Hello there, my very good friends. On this wrestling news video, Jade Cargill brutally buries the booze.
Is there heat on Kairi Sane?
WWE wants a certain legend for Evolution.
And a big update on the women's tag team title plans. I'm Adam Wilborn.
I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the After News.
Yes, it is. And on this one, we're talking about Jade Cargill and the booze. Not booze
My
as
queen?
Yeah, the Queen of the Ring, of course. Do you think she's going to get the old Zelina Vega British accent?
Oh, I hope
after winning?
so.
Hello, mate. I'm Jade Cargill.
What, Governor?
I think Americans doing British accents is funny every single time.
Yes, but then I suppose, well, I don't think that works the other way around. I think Americans hearing us do American accents, we probably think it's really funny, and they think that's awful.
Yeah, stop doing that. But I love it.
Do accents anyway.
I love it because it always sucks.
Yeah.
It's always that, oh, what, governor, you got any jelly deals?
Whoa-ah! Whoa-ah!
So hopefully she does that. That'd be good. But yeah, the booze. We're not talking about alcohol. We're talking about boo. Boo. She got booed a bit at Night of Champions in her match with Asuka, the Queen of the Ring final. But today, my friends, we are talking about a video of her ending a guy's life with a "your mom" joke. This is really funny. So the video is somebody from the fan perspective, like second or third row, has filmed this. So after the match, Jade, she cut a really cool little promo after winning the King of the Ring, where she was like, just, be defiant, basically.
Half champion, half weather forecaster.
There you go.
The storm's coming.
Michael Fish of this. And she's walking up the side of the ramp. That's how wrestlers usually exit. She's slapping hands with a few fans. A few of them are booing. Boo! This one person's going, boo, boo, Jade Cargill. All she says is, boo your mama. As she's walking past, she's got this really smug look on her face, like, go away.
Yeah.
And this guy just loses it. He screams himself hoarse. He goes, F you, Jade Cargill.
You need to go and find it online, because there's a split second when she hits him with a boo your mama, right? And he sort of goes, he just says I wasn't prepared for a response.
You can't say a your mama joke to me. And he goes, F you. He obviously says the word.
Yeah.
Boo. It's so funny. It's so funny.
It's very entertaining. I like this because, we're free as fans to feel about wrestlers how we want to feel. Yeah. And they're free to feel about us the same way that they want. Yeah. So,
boo your mama.
And I'll be honest, in terms of the actual result, I love Asuka, and I think she's been great since her return. And I think she still will be in and around that title picture going forward. But I think it was the right call to make, especially because of the intrigue now of Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton with the spectre of Naomi, who's always going to be hanging around. And I think that's how it plays out, basically. Yeah. Whether it becomes a triple threat or maybe even Jade wins and then immediately gets cashed in on. SummerSlam's very exciting.
I think if you want to maximize it, the best thing to do is have Jade beat Tiffany and then Naomi immediately cashes in on her and takes the belt. I think that's good because it's like, I've won the big one. No, I haven't. Here's my rival to steal my glory away. I think that's effective because they are definitely going to
do both. This Seth could do the same thing to Cody.
Yeah, he could. Because they're definitely building to Naomi Jade.
Yes.
Is it 2 in this? Yeah,
the Mania. I can't remember if they had any other matches. There was just a lot of brawling, I think, in the build-up.
My memory does not work, as you will know if you're a regular video viewer. So yeah, that's probably the way to maximize this. But I really enjoyed her. I really enjoy when people get shut down.
Yeah.
And gets really good. Like
Jade just doesn't care.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care. And like she doesn't need to care. She's so secure in herself that she can just be like, screw you. I'm Jade Cargill. So I love that level of confidence. I love that defiance. I love that middle finger, metaphorically, to people who are in your way. It's good stuff. Good crowd shutdowns rule. When John Moxley came back from his time in rehab, and that guy was like, "Get this bum out of here" or something. And he straight away was like, go F yourself,
That was very funny as well because Jericho at the time was trying to get over GFY as a catchphrase, and then Mox just came out and said it.
Bulldozed
it. Was like, burn all those t-shirts, they're useless now.
Just bulldozed
I also vividly remember an image of like Jade walking out on, I assume, AEW Dynamite, and someone had a sign that said beer break, and I won't do it on camera because I don't know how monetization works on YouTube, but she flipped them the bird.
Yeah, that's it. My middle finger is hidden behind
We're blurring
this hand.
it. Yeah, we're blurring it.
Yeah, this is the
What are you going to do now, Johnny YouTube? Huh?
Good thumbnail, that, actually.
It is good stuff.
Jade swearing at the thing. Yeah, so I love that. I love people clapping back. I love the confidence. I love the attitude. It's awesome.
The right results for King and Queen in the Ring. We'll be talking all about it on our Night of Champions review podcast, wherever you get your podcast from.
Asuka wasn't going to win that match.
No.
I love Asuka, but she wasn't going to win it.
No, I think both matches you went in going, it'd be dumb if the other person won this match.
Yeah. Finish was rubbish. Something went wrong there, but...
Yeah, I was so disappointed because I thought the work together was good, and then right at the last second, she just got over-exuberant in the pin, and I was like, whoa!
These things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know, who cares?
Exactly.
You forget about it by tomorrow.
Orton Cody was class. Good stuff, that.
Orton's back selling.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, brilliant.
Very nice.
Really changed my opinion on Randy Orton in the last few years. I was very much like, let's get to the
interesting.
RKO then.
This is physically in his face. This is the first time Randy Orton started to look a bit old as well, which is cool. It adds a new dynamic. I like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Some interesting developments with regards to Kairi Sane. Shout out to the guys at Fightful, as always, for doing some great reporting, or responses, I suppose, technically here, because someone was asking them on their Patreon with regards to heat on Kairi Sane for the live injury so soon after Zoe Starks. Good news, if you were concerned about this. Zero heat whatsoever, say Fightful. Zoe's was an accident that happened when she jumped off the top rope, of course. Yeah. Nothing you can do about that. Just a terrible, really unlucky for Zoe Stark, and get well soon with her recovery, because that was horrific to see. Although I've seen updates from her and she's healing like a maniac, so good for her.
Yeah.
And Liv's, a freak accident on a basic move. Kairi was very concerned backstage. Again, not her fault. That was a drop toe hold, I think it was. And I think it's just one of those things, I'm not a doctor. You may not be surprised to hear that, but it felt like no matter who she was facing or what move she did, the next move she did to shock that shoulder, it was when it was going to happen. It just unfortunately the time for that sort of thing. These wrestlers go through so much wear and tear. And I love Kairi Sane. I don't think Liv Morgan or anyone backstage was ever going to hold any hatred towards her.
Yeah, this is it. You can take a body slam and your shoulder can pop out, or you can
sneeze.
You can pop a disc out your back.
A footballer break a rib or something sneezing.
Yeah, it's these freak accidents happen.
One of my favourite football injuries is when someone dropped a bottle of ketchup, a glass bottle, a bottle of ketchup, and thought, before that hits the ground, I'll control it with my foot, and then broke their foot and missed a cup final.
I think that was Canizares.
Was it?
Ahead of the World Cup, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or was that... Maybe that was there's two of them. I think there's a ketchup one and there's a cologne one. I think Canizares might be the cologne one. Actually.
Yeah, that's Canizares is classier than ketchup.
Let us know who the ketchup guy was in the comments section below. But the Kairi thing, look, when people are injured, a lot of people want to look for someone to blame a lot of the time, and I don't think that's very healthy.
No.
So I actually think it's quite important that when there's talk that, this person did this and blah, 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 that actually outlets like Fightful come out and go, no, there's no heat on this person. Yeah. It's just one of those things that's an accident. And look, the Zoe one was so visually disgusting, because of the way her twisted. It was so visually jarring. It was more. It was shocking.
It was a bad landing, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. People are immediately like, "Oh, that's blah 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 blah," and she's going to be out for ages. I think the initial reporting was they expected her to be out until next WrestleMania.
Jeez, yeah.
It's a long time. The Liv one, fortunately, what was it, 6 months?
Yeah.
Which is still a long time.
Yeah.
But personally, I would have Liv still be on TV. In a sling, just being a character.
Even if you have her on there, I don't think that affects the fact that when she comes back in ring, she's going to be the biggest babyface and probably is going to win the Rumble next year.
Yeah, and even if you don't do the babyface thing, right? Think of the heat she could get by messing with people and going, "You can't touch me, I'm not clear."
Yeah.
So and then hiding behind Raquel,
getting someone suspended or fined or something. That's quite good. I like that.
You could do more tension stuff with Roxanne, which would be particularly interesting considering the fourth story on this video that we'll talk about. There's lots you could do, so I hope they go down that route. It's like when Britt Baker was injured in AEW and she was still on TV every week.
Yeah.
Personalities, characters.
I want to give a massive shout out to Fightful, by the way, because they do some amazing reporting as we talk about every single day. But I love their Q&As because they have great questions like this, and then they have other ones that was in the same thread I saw on their Patreon that was like, can MJF sue WWE for getting removed from the Happy Gilmore trailer? Good stuff. Fair play.
Yeah, I love it. I might start sending some weird questions.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Sean.
Why not?
Here it comes.
Hello, Sean. Should bears be allowed to wrestle?
What's the latest on Mordecai?
Tell me, when will WWE bring back Mordecai?
I told you the story about that. I was with one of Anne-Louise, my wife's her friends.
One of her
kids.
partners?
Yeah.
One of my asking questions.
One of my wife's friends' kids. And he was like, he really just got into wrestling and had loads of wrestling figures. And his mum would just go and buy them from like car boots and stuff. And he was showing me them. And like his favourite was Sin Cara randomly. I love all that. That's when they're just getting into wrestling. And he's like, oh, here's so-and-so. And he's got like, because it's a car boot, it's like 3 Seth Rollinses are in there and what have you. And he went, I've got this one. This is Sting. It was Kevin Thorne from ECW with a tie on. And I was like, well, it's not Sting, is it? It's not Sting.
Yeah, you don't want to gatekeep.
Good try.
You don't want to gatekeep a little child, do you?
I don't mind, actually. That is Kevin Thorne circa 2006.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin Thorne's doing all right. What he's up to.
He still does indie days.
Good.
Like Kevin Thorne mostly.
Yeah, I do it more as Kevin Thorne than Mordecai.
Maybe he does the odd Mordecai every now and then.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I'm sure there's Mordecai fans. Fair play.
Hey, listen, it's a note in WWE history that if you were there for, you do not forget.
Yeah.
Because it was so strange.
He's going to beat Taker at one point, wasn't he?
It was so peculiar.
Probably in the streak.
That if you were there, you saw it.
Mordecai and Jade Vanson tag team.
Oh boy, gee whiz! At least Mordecai made it to TV. Well, Jade Vanson did. He just didn't get in the ring.
Yeah, he just had vignettes.
Yeah, Kazarni is another one.
Yeah,
all these weird gimmicks.
We did a story about some wrestling promotion he ran a while back.
I think he runs shows in Vegas.
Hey, see you next year.
Well, maybe, probably, definitely. Yeah.
I'll sell a kidney. I don't care. I'm going to Vegas next year.
Me too. I will sell my house that I don't own.
Yeah,
cool.
What are we talking about now?
Don't remember.
Oh, Evolution.
Yeah, is it my turn?
I think so.
I
don't want to spoil the name that I'll swear was advertised for SmackDown about 2 weeks ago, but still.
You're not going to believe the legend that WWE have.
Get the thumbnail ready, right?
Yeah, you're not going to believe this. It's Trish Stratus. According to Fightful. WWE apparently, they're still figuring out who's going to be on the show. But
thanks, Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Liv, how dare you? Sources, however, have said that they're interested in getting Trish and wrestling on the show as well. Nothing is locked in as of yet, and there are options for next week if Trish does end up wanting to do this. No word on what those options are.
2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, big weekend.
It's thick and fast, isn't it?
So what's that weekend? There's Ring of Honor, Supercard of Honor.
Yeah.
AEW All In.
Yeah. They're great American Bears.
NXT Saturday Night's main event.
And Evolution.
It's my mum's birthday and I can't watch any of it live.
I'm off on Monday, so good luck, everybody.
My Monday morning is going to be tough. If I wasn't busy that weekend, I'd love it. For 5 wrestling shows in a weekend. Are you joking?
On a stagging
and bagging.
I'm probably going to be in a really bad way when I come back. I apologise, everybody.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, Trish, brilliant. Like I say, I'll swear me and Hamlet did a SmackDown preview about 2 weeks ago where there was either a rumour or a report that she was going to be on the show, and then I watched the show, and until Hamlet mentioned on Monday that she wasn't on it, I was like, oh yeah, that was meant to be a thing. Yeah, obviously, with Evolution 2 coming around, she's one of the obvious names you want to try and get on there if you're going to bring legends back in. Obviously, there's the Nikki Bella stuff, which I'll get into in due course, because I think initially, we all assumed either Nikki and Rhea, if Brie wasn't going to do it, or Nikki and Brie were going to do some sort of tag title stuff with Liv and Raquel. We'll talk a little bit more about that in due course. I mean, the thing is, there's so many more, in my opinion anyway, there's so many more established stars now. The talent was all there when they did Evolution 1. It was just not being pushed well enough.
Yeah.
Whereas now, I don't think there needs to be such reliance on, like, remember Michelle McCool or whatever?
Yeah.
Still would love to see them on it, though. And Trish is just a no-brainer, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely. They can actually just stack this lineup with cool matches from in-house people, but a couple of guests here and there is good, and I think...
Did I hear EO and Rhea being picked?
Yeah, that was from Corey Hayes of Body Slam, I believe.
Good report, more on him in a second.
That'd be really good. The Raw match this year wasn't as good as I thought it could have been, Rhea and EO, so I think that a pay-per-view match could be really sick. And obviously the Triple Threat at Mania was bananas. It was insane.
I think Rhea's kicking off Raw tonight, so that might be the development on that all.
This is my brutality. Stomp. Remember that time she did the stomp when... who was it? She was...
it was in NXT, I think it was, wasn't it? Someone's getting beat down. It was like Penta on Saturday.
Yeah, doing the Jeff Hardy... I
love those. Yeah, it's just like... it's one of those people get proper het up about it, and I'm like, it's funny. Yeah. Imagine that. Oh no, and he's getting beaten up.
Here comes the...
down to save you, Andy. Oh, you've been knocked unconscious.
Here comes
I do apologise.
But
yeah, really, really excited for Evolution. Really excited for the whole weekend, to be perfectly honest.
Slippery bugger.
But like you say, yeah, they could go, right, we'll have... calm down, Phil Chambers, Molly Holly, and people like that they could just go, do you want to work the show? But yeah, there's so much talent right now, even down to NXT. There's an NXT title match on there. Jordan Grace is probably going to win the NXT title at Evolution against JC Jane.
Yeah,
sorry, JC. I feel like you've been a bit of a transitional champion, but it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. What's next?
Oh, women's tag titles. So segue into Evolution.
Finally.
Have you ever heard of a guy called Corey Hayes? Yeah. Body Slam? I think you mentioned him about 60 seconds ago.
Brother of Corey Graves.
Indeed. That's how this works.
Yep,
Did you see the Club World Cup thing where the player got interviewed and they said, oh, how do you feel about your brother playing in this tournament? And he went, it's not my brother, he's just got the same surname. So that's the level of reporting you get in the old football sphere, whereas... proper journalist right here.
Yeah, we know.
Here's a proper journalist. Corey Hayes of Body Slam claimed that Roxanne Perez is expected to officially be crowned tag team champion alongside Raquel Rodriguez, and they will defend those titles at Evolution 2 in a triple threat match. No word on the Bellas, but come on. I don't know who the other team's going to be. Really hope it's not.
Cool. They never give Layla a call.
Yeah, Layla's class.
They never bring her in. There's always Michelle.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Michelle, but Layla's cool too. So.
Yeah, they could do that. They could have. It could be like current champions, legends, NXT team perhaps. You could have as like a nice sort of across the ages match.
Generational.
Any excuse I get to have Lash Legend on my television, I will take. I really like her. She's really talented. Or whether it's someone like, I hope not, Natalia and Maxine Dupree. I don't know. But
what are they? The Dungeon Dolls. Is that the name?
I don't care.
Wow.
Love Maxine Dupree. But yeah, no word on who the teams are going to be. But yeah, I think that, and that might work. I'm not suggesting that they won't be able to do. They wouldn't be able to pull off a great match with Roxanne and Raquel. I think Roxanne is
great,
appropriately named the Prodigy. But I think if you're going to have the bellies in there, maybe the Bellas in there.
Oh, Nikki Belly.
If you're going to have them in there, then I think having a third team to sort of keep things going maybe might be the best option. No one's going to pay any attention to what I've just said.
The Belly Twins. They're great. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with all of that. I think it'll be fun. I think it's good that they finally figured out what they're doing with these titles because of Liv's injury, obviously.
Could they finally done Evolution 2?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is it 7 years?
Pretty brutal bit of counter programming, obviously, but hey, look, that's what
AEW had to put that show on. So.
Oh yeah. AEW only announced it a year ago. Look, from a fan's perspective, I actually like this because I get to see 5 wrestling shows in a weekend.
Well, no, you're only allowed to like 2 shows, so you can't watch the Ring of Honor one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, you're actually only allowed to like 1.
Oh, okay. So NXT for me then, thank you very much.
Fair enough. Taste is subjective.
It very much is.
Macla less. Yes, what are we talking about here? Good.
Let us know the matches you want to see at Evolution 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to see the Bellas? What do you think of this tag team title plan? Would you vacate it? I wouldn't. I would just do this.
No, this makes more sense as well for Liv's return, as we talked about.
Story-wise, yeah, like Roxanne is like integrating.
I love if they had a ceremony as well, and like if Dominic has to put the belt around her waist.
It'd be good.
People are going to be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, there you go.
It's good stuff.
There you go. People are locked in, and Dom continues to be the honeypot. For 2 years, his stories have been woman is interested in Dom, and the previous woman who was interested in Dom is pissed off. That's how his stories work.
What a life.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's some guy.
He's got the best.
Good mullet, good mustache.
Good dad.
Good dad.
If you think, well, Eddie.
Well.
Not the deadbeat one.
Yeah, not his actual.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio. We hate Rey Mysterio. Do you know what we call him in the office?
What?
Ray the Prick.
Sorry, Ray. Thanks for working in WCPW, by the way.
He could. I don't know. I love Rey Mysterio.
I'm way taller. I'd kick his ass.
Yeah, I'd beat him up. I could do a Death Valley driver on Rey Mysterio.
Give me some stem cells. I'll sort him out.
He's like one of the best wrestlers ever.
He's awesome.
Yeah, he would kick
what a
our
resurgence
ass.
he's had.
He
Sorry,
would,
Ray.
He would destroy us. Like, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe.
Of the news, not of us fighting Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, check it out. See you later.
Here's us talking
Bye.
about Punk. Bye.